Namaste students, welcome to statistics online class. In the previous session we were discussing 1 and 2 mark problems on binomial distribution. Now in today's class let us solve some 5 mark questions. That is the first one. An unbiased coin is tossed 4 times. Find the probability that the tosses result in question number 1 tails only. Question number 2 1 head and 3 tails. Question number 3 less than 2 tails. Now here first it is asked to find the probability. So this is a problem on theoretical distribution, and now we know it is a problem on binomial distribution itself, because any other distribution till today we didn't study. But in the examination all the questions are given together in the question paper, and they are not going to mention it is a problem with related to a particular distribution. So here it is our duty to first decide this problem is related to which distribution. To decide that first we must think of the different types of examples which we are going to study under different variables. Now here we have seen, for example, in Bernoulli binomial we have seen, let x denote the number of heads obtained when a coin is tossed 5 times or more than once. Similarly, so many other examples, number of female children, etc. So just to recall the examples you have seen, and here in this question first to decide which is the random experiment. Now here you can observe an unbiased coin is tossed 4 times. It is the random experiment. Here an unbiased coin is tossed 4 times. So here tossing a coin once, it is a Bernoulli experiment we studied. Then tossing a coin more than once, it becomes an example for binomial experiment. So remember here it is a problem on binomial distribution. So once you decide which the distribution we are going to deal, next always the first step is to define the random variable. Now here the random variable we have to define it as either let x denote the number of heads obtained or maybe tails obtained. There are only 2 outcomes in binomial as well as the Bernoulli distribution. There are only 2 outcomes. One outcome is called as success and another outcome is called as a success. Now depending on the problem, success is defined. Now for that, look at the sub questions here. Now first question is find the probability that the tosses result in tails only. You can observe the word tails. We have to deal with the tails. Similarly, in the third question, less than 2 tails. Once again the same outcome we are going to study. But look at this second question, 1 head and 3 tails. Both outcomes we have mentioned there. Maybe head or tail. So here we have to decide which one I have to consider, either head or tail. For that a small example I am going to give. You know this. That is imagine there is a class which consists of 100 students, and there is one information that is among 100 students 40 are girls. Then each and every person will be able to identify what is the number of boys. Immediately they are going to say there are 60 boys. It is understandable. In the similar manner we can observe here, if a coin is tossed 4 times and getting 1 head and 3 tails is same as giving the information getting 1 head. It is understandable. Among 4 throws 1 result with the head means obviously the remaining 3 results with the tails. So here instead of writing 1 head and 3 tails, we can write it as either 1 head or we can write it as 3 tails. That's enough. So since first and second question are dealing with the tails, here the second question I am going to write it as probability of getting 1 head and 3 tails is equal to probability of 3 tails, so that now it is possible to define a common term, a common factor in all the 3 questions, that is tails. So here first we can define the random variable as let x denote the number of tails obtained when an unbiased coin is tossed 4 times. So how many times a Bernoulli experiment has repeated here? 4 times. So we have seen the parameter of a binomial distribution n, it indicates the number of trials. So n equal to 4 here. Bernoulli experiment is repeated 4 times. So n is equal to 4. And here first just note this. This term which I have defined as x, this is actually called as a success. Here in this experiment, getting tail, we have considered it as a success. So here, what is probability of success? We need to write it. So probability of success is equal to probability of what is success? Success is getting tail. So probability of getting tail. Now what is the probability of getting tail? When a coin is tossed once, when an unbiased coin is tossed once, it is given unbiased. Remember, always in probability theory, if the coin is unbiased, always consider the probability of getting head is same as probability of getting tail, which is equal to half. So here probability of success is equal to probability of getting tail, which is equal to half, since it is unbiased given. Therefore, now what is a probability of success in binomial distribution? It is nothing but a small letter p, the parameter of binomial distribution. So we can write p is equal to half. Therefore, q equal to 1 minus p, which is equal to 1 minus half equal to half. This is the way how to find the probability of success. Next, so here 2 parameters we have identified. N is equal to 4, the number of trials, and p, the probability of success, that is equal to half. So once you define x, next write which distribution it follows. That is, x follows binomial distribution with the parameter n is equal to 4 and p, another parameter, p equal to half. Now this is the second step. You have to study 7 distributions, students. In each and every distribution, the similar procedure we are going to follow. So try to understand. Next, the third step is to write the probability mass function. The probability mass function is p of x is equal to, now ncx p power x q power n minus x. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n. We have studied this. You learnt in the earlier classes what is the probability mass function. Now substitute the values. What is n? 4. 4cx into p power x half power x into q power n minus x half power 4 minus x. Is it? Next, which is equal to, once again I mentioned earlier, if the base is common, when p is equal to q is equal to half, we can simplify this. That is a 4cx into half power x here plus x minus x get cancelled. What is remaining? Only 4 is remaining. Then x is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n. What is n? N is 4 in our problem. So stop at n. The range is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n. So this is how to write the probability mass function. Next, after getting probability mass function, usually by substituting the required values of x, we can find the required probabilities. So now consider, after this step, next consider the questions one by one. First one, first question, tails only. Now what do you mean by this, students? Tails only. A coin is tossed 4 times. What is the probability of getting tails only? Means all the throws must result with the tails. So that is nothing but first question, we can write it as probability of tails only. That is, all the 4 throws must result with the tail. which is equal to probability of x is equal to 4. Probability of x is equal to 4. Now next, substitute the values in the probability mass function. Now put x is equal to 4 in the probability mass function. Now to solve all the three problems, always we must substitute the values of x in the probability mass function. So this is the base. Look at that. P of x is equal to 4. So 4cx. What we must write? 4c4. Next, into half power 4. Now 4c4, in the earlier class we have seen ncn equal to 1. So 4c4 equal to 1 into 1 by 2 power 4, is it right? Which is equal to 1 by 2 power 4, that is 16. So this is the answer. So what is probability of getting tails only? That is a 1 by 16. Similarly, the second question, probability of getting 1 head and 3 tails. Now we have to convert it as a, now just write it as a, in the form of tails only we can write. That is the probability of getting 3 tails. Because I told earlier, both are same. Writing either 1 head and 3 tail is same as getting 3 tail. So what is the 3 tails? How many tails? X denote the number of tails. So how many tails here? 3. So put x is equal to 3. This step is very important, identifying the values of x. Read the questions properly and decide which values of x we have to substitute in the probability mass function. Next, which is equal to probability of x is equal to 3 is, put x is equal to 3. 4c3 into half power n, half power 4, which is equal to 4c3, that is it is actually 4, or you can use this method also, 4 into 3 into 2 divided by 3 into 2 into 1, that is 3 into, this get cancelled, you will be getting 4. So just to study that, the calculation of a combination factor. Okay, now this is a 4 into half power 4, that is a 1 by 16, which is equal to 4 by 16 is the answer. You can simplify also, it becomes a 1 by 4. Next is a third one. The question, third question, this one, less than 2 tails. Probability of getting less than 2 tails. Less than 2 tails. Be careful about inequalities. Here, how to decide which are the values taken by the variable x? For that, always go through the range. In this problem, you can observe the range is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the range, right? This is range. X is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have written earlier while writing the probability mass function, x is equal to. This is called as a range. Now among those values of x, some values we have to substitute here. Which are those values? We want less than 2 tails. Less than 2 means 2 is not included. Only the values which are less than 2 we require. So 2 is not required. How many values are required? Less than 2. That is, we require only 2 values, 0 and 1. So substitute 0 and 1 in the probability mass function to get the answer to, for this problem. So here we can write P of x is less than 2. This is how to write. Next, decide the values in this manner and write P of, first one, x equal to 0. First probability, plus another factor, P of x is equal to 1. This is how to identify. I think you are following. Which is equal to P of x is equal to 0. Once again substitute in the probability mass function. That is a 4cx, 4c0 into half power 4 plus put x is equal to 1 in the probability mass function as earlier. The factor 4c. In place of x we must write 1. Next half power n is a 4, which is equal to 4c0. nc0 is equal to 1. nc0 equal to 1. Next half power 4, that is 1 by 2 power 4, which is equal to 16, plus next 4c1. Already I have written 4c1 nc1 equal to n. So here in place of n there is 4. So 4c1 is 4 into 1 by 2 power 4, 1 by 16. Now simplify this. You will be getting 1 by 16 plus 4 by 16. Common denominator, add the numerators. 1 plus 4 divided by 16, that is a 5 by 16. This is the answer for the third question. It is one of the simplest problem among 5-mark questions. It is a problem related to tossing a coin. Always such problems come under binomial distribution, tossing a coin. Next, let us see another problem. Next question, in a college 35% students are girls. Find the probability that question number 1, 2 are girls. Question number 2, at least 4 are girls in a random sample of 5 students. Now here it is just related to number of female children in a family when there are 5 children, etc. We learned that in the earlier class. Now here the random experiment is related to the number of girls or number of boys, right? So here we are going to consider in this problem, consider a random sample of 5 students. We are dealing with the students. There is a class and some students are selected. Totally they are going to select 5 students. There is a random sample of 5 students. We have to find what is the probability that 2 are girls in a sample of 5 students. Or maybe second question, at least 4 are girls in a random sample of 5 students. Now these are common problems which will be asked in the examination. In a sample of something, maybe it is students or items, we have to deal with sometimes defective items and all. Such problems will come under a binomial distribution. So let us start. Here in this random experiment there are 2 outcomes. One is a success and failure, and it may be either girl or boy. Depending on the problem which we are going to study, we have to define, let x denote either number of girls or maybe number of boys. So for that, first look at the questions. In the first question, 2 are girls. In the second question also, at least 4 are girls. See, on both the questions we have to study about some number of girls. So here we can define first the random variable as, let x denote the number of girls. Number of girls. Observe this. In a sample of how many students? 5 students. In a sample of 5 students. So what is this? It is n, the number of trials. The number of items or number of persons in a sample always indicate the value of n. Remember that. Next, so one parameter we know now, n is equal to 5. What is the next parameter value? What is next parameter? P, small letter p. What it indicates? Probability of success. So how to find this? What is success here? So p equal to probability of success, which is equal to, what is success? What we defined as x, that is called as success. So here probability of success is nothing but a student is a girl. A student is a girl. That is getting a girl in that sample, that is called as a success. So here this is success. This is how to identify the success. What is the probability that a student is a girl? Should we write here 0.5 or half? No, because some information is given with regard to this at the beginning of the problem itself. It is given in a college 35% students are girl. Right? So, suppose a class has 100 students. Remember the given information says among 100 students 35 are girls. So, that information we have to use to write the probability of a student is a girl. So, it is actually 35%. But probability directly we can't write it as a percentage, we must write it as a proportion. So P equal to 0.35 because it is a 35 out of 100, right? That is a 0.35. So P, the probability of success is 0.35 and hence Q equal to 1 minus 0.35 which is equal to 0.65. Now this is how to calculate the parameter P and Q, and these are the main steps. If you are going to write this as wrong, the whole problem will become wrong. So decide everything properly, go through the videos properly. Next, what is the second step? In the first problem we wrote x follows. So next second step is x follows. Which distribution? Binomial distribution. What are the parameter values? N is equal to 5 and P is equal to second parameter just now we wrote, that is 0.35. So second step over. Next common step, that is the probability mass function is P of x equal to NCX P power x Q power n minus x, where x is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n. Substitute the parameter values. N is equal to 5 Cx into P. P is 0.35 power x into Q. Q is a 0.65 power n minus x. What is n? N is a 5. What is range? X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to, what is n? 5. So this is the important step. Once you got this, next start one by one solving the sub questions. Now first question. Probability of 2 are girls. Probability of 2 are girls. Now, how many girls? X denote the number of girls. So here, which is equal to probability of X, number of girls. How many girls? It is given 2 girls. So X is equal to 2. We have to substitute in the probability mass function. So go through this. 5C2 into 0.35 power 2 into, that is wherever there is a x, put 2. Next 0.65 power 5 minus 2. Next simplify this. 5C2. Now how to find 5C2? 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 1, right? That is 2 ones are, 2 twos are. Later while solving the problems, you must be ready how to find the answers for combination factor. That is 5C2 into is equal to 10 into 0.35 power 2 into 0.65 power 3. Now after that, by simplifying we can get the answers. That is with the help of the calculator, just simplify this. That is 10 into at a time you can calculate this. That is 10 into 0.35 into 0.35 into 0.65 into 0.65 into 0.65. Calculate at a time, you will be getting an exact answer. The answer is 0.3364. This is the answer. Next, one more part is remaining. That is the second part. probability of at least 4 are girls. Probability of at least 4 are girls. Now it is very, very important word. Throughout 2 chapters we are going to use this word, and you know it is very simple. What is at least and at most? Both of these words we are going to use in a day-to-day life. To get promotion, a student must score which mark? At least 35 marks. What do you mean by at least 35? Kanishta. Is it right? So if a student score 35 or more than 35, we can say he passed. Similarly, at least means if a random variable takes a value either equal to 4 or greater than 4, then I can say at least 4. So that is the meaning of at least. So always remember at least. So this is a at least. If this word you are going to observe, always write greater than or equal to. Similarly, if there is a word at most. What is at most? If an examination is conducted out of 100 marks, then we can say a student can score at maximum 100 marks, right? So that is a at most, maximum. So if it at most means less than or equal to, we have to write. So just to remember, at least word comes, then write greater than or equal to. At most means less than or equal to. So now in this question you can observe probability of at least 4 are girls, right? So totally how many girls are there in a sample? 5 girls. That is our range is x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to study what is the probability that a sample has at least 4 girls. At least 4 means either 4 or more than that. So either 4 or more than that. So how many values of x are required now? Just 2 values, 4 and 5 are required. Suppose at least 3 is given, then either 3 or 4 or 5. But here in the problem it is given 4. So we want to substitute these 2 values of x in this problem. That is, we can write here probability of x at least. If there is at least factor, write greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to 4. This is how to represent. Suppose here there is at most, write less than or equal to and write down the range and just to decide which are the values we have to substitute. Now here next p of x is greater than or equal to 4, that is either 4 or 5. We can write p of x equal to 4 plus p of x equal to 5. Now this is how to decide the values of x. Next usual step, look at the earlier probability mass function, that is a 5cx. This is the probability mass function. In that substitute the values. Now first one, put x is equal to 4, that is a 5c4 into 0.35 power x. X is a 4 into 0.65 power n minus x. N is 5 minus x is a 4. So this is the first step, or the factor p of x is equal to 4, the probability mass function I wrote, plus come to the next part, probability of x is equal to 5, substitute 5 in the probability mass function, 5c5, just observe that 5c5, next 0.35 power x, x is a 5 into 0.65 power 5 minus 5, which is equal to 5c4, that is a once again n minus 1, this is a 5, or you have to calculate this that using the formula. Next 0.35 power 4 into 0.65 power 5 minus 4, 1. 5c5 ncn, which is equal to 1, into 0.35 power 5 into 0.65 power 0. 5 minus 5 becomes 0. Next, you can simplify this. that is a 5 into 0.35, multiply it 4 times into 0.65, the answer you will be getting as 0.0488 plus next here 1 into 0.35 into 0.65 power 0, this factor you can observe it becomes 1, so here you have to get the value of 0.35 power 5, that answer is 0.0053. 0.0053. Now by adding you will be getting 0.0541.